Buddy Rich was asking how to introduce their new Frenchie to their current household. Current household meaning their 8-year-old mutt. Anytime you're introducing two dogs together, you never want to do it face on. That's how shit gets thrown down. That's how they start shit. You always want to do it on neutral ground, and you got to have them sniff their butts. Okay, it's like shaking hands to them. Sniffing butts equals to the equivalent of shaking hands. So do it on neutral ground if you want. Do it in your driveway. Do it in your front yard. Anything like that. But keep both dogs safe because they've never met. You don't know how they're going to react. If your current dog isn't desensitized to other dogs, if you want to keep them on a leash just so to keep the excitement level down, totally fine. If you want to hang on to the new puppy, totally fine as well. If you just want to leave them on a leash, totally okay, totally acceptable. Just keep sure, this wind is getting pretty intense right now. Just make sure both dogs are safe, but you got to get them to sniff their butts. Once they do that, they should be pretty okay. But once you bring them inside the house, your older dog has to understand, and you want to enforce the confidence in them that they are still the priority, they are still number one. The puppy stays in the crate. Keep the puppy in the crate more than you think, because they can't get in trouble if they are in the crate. If they're in the crate, they can't bite, they can't nip, they can't chew on floorboards, they can't go potty when they won't be able to do accidents throughout the house. Only take the puppy out for training and for feeding, but if you're smart, you do both at the same time. And again, as you're doing, if you feed the puppy twice a day, maybe even 3 times, because it's a puppy, it's got a fast metabolism, you can go ahead and use those treats as food and energy as well. During those times, you can also, again, get the dogs more acquainted, meaning play with each other, but in a very parentive figure, meaning you're keeping an eye on them. You're not turning your back and letting them just go horse around. You're keeping your eye on them. You're making sure they're both safe and not roughing around too much, because again, it is a puppy, your 8-year-old mutt. Who knows what kind of dog strength it really has and thinks it's going to be equivalent to him. It's not going to be. Okay, a Frenchie is traditionally smaller, so go ahead and just make sure both dogs are safe. And again, if that means putting them on a leash until they get more reacquainted, totally okay, totally acceptable. But as how you want to introduce them, slowly sniff their butts, keep the puppy in the crate, make sure your current dog understands they are a very high priority, they're up on the hierarchy of everything, and your puppy will understand this, of the do's and do's not, just through osmosis and observation through the crate, because even though they're in the crate, they're very observant, and that is where they actually learn quite a bit of what they can get away with. All right, so but enjoy your puppy. Frenchies are cool, can be stubborn, so got somewhat of your work cut out for you. So there you go. Good luck.